What does educational psychologist do?
Thank you for your question. An educational psychologist is a fancy title for someone that helps people. They might help mums and dads, boys and girls, young people, or your teachers. An educational psychologist will find out if there are any difficulties and will try and put a plan in place that will help you.
Why do you talk to my teachers and parents?
We would speak to your teachers and parents because they know you really well and they see you in different environments, so they would be able to help us understand how we can help you. And we would also give them some advice about how they can support you in school and at home.
Why does the school have an educational psychologist?
In Scotland, it is law for all schools to have access to a psychological service. Now, this isn't the same for all of the other places in the world or even all of the other places in the UK. In South Ayrshire, schools can access their educational psychology service for lots of different reasons.
How many psychologists are there in South Ayrshire?
In South Ayrshire, we have 8 permanent educational psychologists. Currently, we also have 2 trainees and 1 research assistant. Each psychologist works across the different schools in the local authority.
How do you become an educational psychologist?
To become an educational psychologist, you first need to study psychology at university for 4 years. Then you go and get some experience with working with children and young people and their families, and maybe schools and teachers also. And then you go back to university to study educational psychology specifically for a further 3 years. Once you've done that, you can hopefully get a job as an educational psychologist.
Can you help my feelings and friends?
An educational psychologist can work with you or the adults around you to support your social and emotional needs. This might involve things like managing your feelings, like your worries or any stress or anxiety. They can also help with boosting your self-esteem. Things like this can then have a positive impact on your friendships and your relationships.
How can the educational psychologist help me?
We'd listen to your views and also the people around you, such as your staff and your parents, to find out what's working well and what might be a wee bit tricky. That's how we'd know how to help you.
What happens after you meet with a psychologist?
After you've met with an educational psychologist, they'll take into account what you've shared about what's working well and what's not working well, along with information shared by other people around you, such as your parents, your carers, your teacher, or any other professionals that work with you. From there, we'll create an action plan which will most importantly be shared with you and the people around you to put supports and strategies in place to hopefully help you.